Hello? Hello? What's up? How we doing tonight? We've got some commander decks to go through. Zach, Brian, Nick, good to see you. Brian, good to see you. We have got some commander decks to explore. I haven't even looked at these yet. Haven't had a chance. Tonight is that chance. They dropped last week, about Tuesday, Wednesday. Haven't even looked at the list or the new cards yet. I've barely looked at these commanders, for gosh sake. So that's what I want to do tonight. I hope you want to join me. I hope you want to hang out. We're going to look through these decks. We're going to goldfish them a little bit on Mox Field, kind of feel out how they play. Upgrade them a little bit. Look for some better cards for them. Nico, what's up? Jank, what's up? Zach, Clay, yo. If they were out already, I'd play them, but we're just going to goldfish them instead. Nice little relaxing night. Jake's off tonight. I'm off next week, but the streams will flow. Have no fear. Brody, what's up? Nice, Northern. What games are y'all playing? My son is 5 months old in 3 days, and we've been trying to find some time with the game group. We almost got together on Sunday, but my wife and I, our furnace went out, and so on Saturday, and so the night we were just like dealing with being freezing, dealing with having a almost 5-month-old. Luckily, the heater was repaired the next day. Oh yeah, Keto, it was my fault. I fried one of the fuses in it, trying to screw around with our HVAC system. Leave it to me, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, high five, no kidding. Time does fly. Haven't gotten to sleep much in 5 months, but you know how it goes. That's what we're doing. Looks like everybody is voting corrupting influence first tonight. Everybody's way more interested in the infect one than in the Boros one. But it's like pretty much the Boros, everybody hates, that could be a sitcom. Everybody hates Boros. I feel like the Boros one, well, no, in Strixhaven, the Boros one was probably the most powerful, right? No, Adrix and Nev. Never mind. Forgot about Adrix and Nev. Anyone see Gavin's video about the mechanic change? No, Nick, what are you talking about? I look fresh as a daisy? Oh, thank you, Keto. I appreciate that. We're going to get our trade worked out, by the way. Promise I'm not dodging you. Monday through Wednesday is big production over here at Jake and Joel. Monday through Wednesday is tough. Monday is shooting. Tuesday's a lot of editing and writing. Wednesday's always streaming. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Busy days for us here. Chicken Richard, what's up? I almost grabbed him. I'm going to open him another time. Yeah, I'm excited to look at the new cards in particular. I haven't really reviewed those. I'm assuming all of Ixel's new cards are poison shit, right? Toxic stuff. And then Nayali's got to have some token creature synergies going, right? Just reviewing the two commanders. Non-Billy Barty, yeah. What I'm going to do is once every short has dropped, I'll basically have a script ready to go for a long form. And so I'll just make, basically I'll make all of the shorts into one long form video and add a little bit more analysis to them. You know, when I do 4 in a video, I get to make like 2 or 3 points per card max. And I got to get to the next one because I only got 60 seconds. win. First one of the night. Thank you, D-Hammer. We're going to get some of those cards in Nayali, I'm hoping. Find me a complete edition, Chicken Richard. Come on. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm checking 77%. We're starting with Corrupting Influence. We're going to review the deck list on the official Wizards site because when I imported it into Moxfield, there are 2 cards missing. Anybody in chat want to help me figure out that mystery so we don't have to sit here and do it on stream? Corrupting Influence, the deck list, is on the Wizards page. You know how they go. And then the Rebellion Rising one is too. What Moxfield normally does is you can go up here to explore, and I'll show you all this closer when we swap over. But you can go to explore, and they just have, you can see that little tiny lit up purple thing over there. They just have the Commander Precons ready to go, so you can like import them into your own upgrade list, and all the cards are already there. When I import Corrupting Influence right now, it's only 98 cards. So I'm assuming 2 of the new cards haven't been added to like Scryfall yet. Well, Matt, maybe we can find some Rebels for the Resistance deck. Let's see if it's lands. No, 38 lands. Hopefully it's not lands. So we found 1 cut for the Corrupting Influence deck. The average mana value... I mean, look at how heavy we are in 2s and 3s on this deck. And we got 38 lands. I bet there are mana rocks. Soul Ring, Felwar Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Arcane Signet. Jesus. Commander Sphere, Golgari Signet. Almost half of this damn deck is mana. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Oh shit, I gotta get a care package from you, Brody. Oh, Cockdick's helping me all the time, but not you. All right, let's take a look at this. Everybody hit like. Let's upgrade this deck. Corrupting Influence. How we looking? You can see it. Oh yeah, baby, we good to go. 98 cards in this deck, so 2 are missing. We're gonna have to go find them on the official deck list, but let's get comfortable with the list first. So we got Ixel, Son of Atraxa, Scion of Atraxa, Flying Vigi, Toxic 2, and Toxic is when it deals any damage at all, they get 2 poison counters. So it can deal 1, it can deal 10. They take the damage and then they get poison counters equal to the toxic number. Then Corrupted. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters exiles the top card of their library face down. Each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters exile the top card of their library face down. You can look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and you can spend mana, 0 or mana of any color to cast them. Can y'all read that okay? Is it better if I go big? Yeah, probably better if I go big, yeah? Look at and spend mana as though it were mana of any color. So we don't even need all that fixing they got down there. Sheesh, for a green deck, they surely packed this thing full of mana rocks. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. And so that means even if Ixel... What's up, Captain Crabnacket? That's a fun name. If, to me, I take this and tell me if I'm correct, Ixel leaves the battlefield, those cards are the one that carry the ability that I can play those for as long as they remain exiled. Basically, they have this corrupted thing on them. Jay Lorshin, what's up? Right, yeah, Jay Lorshin, if you block the... If they don't connect, you don't get toxic. They don't get any poison counters, correct. Alright, so basically, we want to get 3 poison counters on each player as soon as possible. And then play Ixel. We get 3, hopefully, 3 cards exiled off our opponent's libraries face down. So that should be our primary goal. Get 3 poison counters on everybody. So 1 each and then proliferate twice. What's that? Probably the fastest way to do it, right? Yeah, Nico, I think they didn't make it Sultai on purpose because then you're squeezing it full of a ton of proliferate stuff. And I think they want to make you work for it a little bit more with the poison, you know, commander. Nick Baker with the $10 super chat becomes the stream monarch. All hail the stream monarch. Said figured I'd continue my streak. There you go. Going for 3 stream monarchs in a row. Can't be stopped. 10. There we go. Stream monarch. All hail the stream monarch. Okay, so that's what our commander is. That's what we're working with. We'll check the secondary commander out and see if I'd swap to it, but I like this one. Flying Vigi 2/5 is a good power toughness for this, because we're not trying to kill him with power, right? We're trying to overwhelm him. Probably poison him out. At least kill 1 or 2 people with poison. Tracon, that's not really a an upgrade to this precon so much as changing it completely. Let's see some of these new ones. We don't know what this card is. Let me see if I can... I'm assuming this just says Flying and Toxic 1. Can my Spanish speakers in the chat confirm that? I think from context clues, it says Flying and Toxic 1. Death Touch Toxic 1. Infect. Thank you. Blight Belly Rat Toxic 1. When it dies, proliferate. And I like all these low to the ground ones, right? We want to get going fast before the opponent has blockers, because we're going to be generally using weaker creatures. Oh wow, this is good. They just keep making these, don't they? We just keep getting caustic caterpillars in all of our different versions. Sack it, choose one, destroy an artifact, destroy an enchantment. Or proliferate. Love that. Trample Toxic 1, 5/5 for 5. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to 1 or more players, proliferate. Oof. This could be a sneaky win. You drop this right before you're ready to attack. They deal combat damage, anything. Proliferate. Beginning of your end step, and opponent has 3 or more. Draw a card, then you can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. This is a really good card. Evolution Sage, good. Glissa's Retriever. Wow, 6/6 for 6. Haste, Toxic 3. Can't be blocked by power 2 or less. When it dies, exile it. When you do, return up to X target cards from your graveyard to your hand, where X is the number of opponents who have 3 or more poison counters, so that's okay. That's okay. It can't come back. It's a hasty toxic though, so we'll definitely take that. Hasty toxic that avoids all the damn goblin tokens. Grateful Apparition, yes. Icarats, this is like top tier in this deck. Each player just getting a poison counter. This is really good. Hey, Damien. Icar Claw, yes. Mycosynth Fiend gets +1/+1 for each poison counter your opponents have. Now, see, like, this is one that I'm immediately like, I want to cut that. We're going to move this to considering. We're just going to make some room. We know we got 2 cards in here that are like, we don't even know what they are. We'll have to go figure it out. But that's immediately for me is like a, bah. It's those kind of synergies in decks look good, and they're like, oh yeah, of course I play that. It's an Infect deck. That thing gets bigger with Infect, but that's not your strategy, you know? Just playing a big dumb one of those, that ain't what we want to do. Trying to get everything focused. Toxic 2, pay 2 life, add a man of any color. This thing's new. That's pretty cool. It's real cute. Why is Little Mirror cute? No, I don't play much CDH, Damien, but I've been wanting to get into it. I've played a little bit on MTGO, just kind of learned the format. Here's a new card, Norn's Choir Master. Whenever a commander you control enters the battlefield or attacks, proliferate. Good. Phyrexian Swarm Lord. Good. Plague Mirror. Good. Quick. Any quick creature, any 2-mana creature with Infect, we're probably just going to go all in on those. Because once we can get 1 on everybody, proliferate, baby. Yeah, see, Brody, and that's what I'm talking about. Even that one caps out. It's just not where you want to be. Plague Stinger, good. Scavenging Ooze, this is more into considering for me. Good utility creature. I understand they needed a slot in a deck, so they were like, fuck it, put Scoos in there. But not our strategy. And you know, the way they make all these precons is that there are like 5 to 10 cards in the main set that you probably want for the strategy, just like right off the rip. I mean, I can think of that Mythic Dino, right? Dreadmaw with more words. Toxic Dreadmaw. Like that automatically, you want that in here. It's a big, dumb, silly creature that's going to be awesome. Yeah, Matt Corrales, I don't think it is. We're going to get to like looking up some cards too. Right now, I got to get a feel for all the cards in the deck and cut what we want to cut. Or at least do a initial round. Venomous Brutalizer's got Toxic 3, 4, 4 for 4 when it ETBs. Pay 2 if you do Proliferate. Good. So good. Okay, so this is the alternate commander here, huh? It looks cool. Vishgraz the Doom Hive. Menace, Toxic 1, 3, 3. When it ETBs, create 3 1/1s with Toxic 1 and can't block, and a piece that we don't care about. Or it's fine. I really like this. I wonder how much enters the battlefield we've got. Because this thing, I want to put this in the Conjurer's closet, if you know what I'm saying. Just go might. Yeah, Draken, I'm kind of feeling that. I like that approach. I want to stick to Excel right now. I mean, the question is why? At least this one gives you like a straight up, my dude goes wide. It is 5 mana, but we're in green. And this deck for some reason came with 80 lands and 15 mana rocks. And they were like, you get 5 creatures after that, and that's your deck. You're going to have plenty of mana. Huh. This is the first time in a long time I've read the 2 options for a commander in a precon, and almost automatically I'm like, I think I like the alternate better. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent... So it's just... So this is like card advantage, and this is like go wide. We'll see. Windborn Muse, what are you doing in this deck? Get out of here. So they probably put Windborn Muse in there because the thought is like you go, I'm going wide, I'm going heavy on the board, I'm just going to keep pounding, trying to keep my hand full, trying to keep pounding the board, regardless of overextending. Because this whole deck is about overextending and getting there. I take that back. I kind of like it as get a poison counter on and then proliferate everybody slowly, because there's not much that they can do, right? Yeah, Model HX. I'm kind of on that. Toxic Bodies on ETB is crazy. Jake said they're just trolling with the Windborn after the DMR reprint. Look, I understand the thought process. It's I'm attacking, I'm playing a lot of creatures, I'm attacking a lot, leaving myself open. I want to be able to block. In an aggressive deck like this, I have never wanted Windborn Muse when I see it in my hand. It's just not that kind of deck. Not where we want to be. But that's okay. We know we're +2 on this deck list, deck size right now, because there's 2 missing cards. So we're already at the 3 ads, and we know there's a ton of them. I've seen y'all dropping them in chat. Let's see what we got. Target player draws 3 cards, loses 3 life, and gets 3 poison counters. This card sucked back in the day, but now because of Corrupted, this is actually pretty good. Just straight up for 5 mana, you've activated a whole keyword. But you gotta let them draw 3 cards. But you're gonna get to draw extra cards off of them. Also, if you could make the deal before the spell actually resolved, this is the deal. I'm going to allow you to draw 3 cards as part of an effect I'm going to be playing. But you can't attack me for 3 turns. Do you want to take that deal? And that's all the information you give them. Yeah, exactly, Keto. You drop Shieldred there and anything, Underworld Dream, stuff like that. But that's not what we're going for in this deck. I just like I like the potential politics of this. You can have 3 cards. Sure. You and me are on a team now, okay? Culling Ritual I really like. I think this card is underrated. I think people don't play this enough. This hits all tokens, y'all. I normally only ever play this for free. The problem with this card in this deck is that a lot of our stuff is going to be mana value 2 or less. And so if you get this early, basically your game plan becomes wait. I'm just going to let people build up. I'm going to play the, you know, lame duck in the game that tries to come in late and snag the win. And then you cast Culling Ritual. It refills your mana pool. You drop some 4/5 drop. Or play a few of your poison creatures and pass. I don't hate it. We'll test it for now. We'll leave it in there. Cultivate is where I'd rather be living with our mana ramp rather than all those damn mana rocks. Expand the sphere. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. Put up to 2 land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, nice. It's an explosive vegetation. Kind of. Except for just the top 2. Top 6. If you put fewer than 2 lands onto the battlefield, proliferate a number of times equal to the difference. Oh, hey now. Put up to 2. Okay, so you can just choose 0. So this is proliferate for 4 mana. Or if you get it early, you're just like, yeah, let's spin the wheel. That's pretty sick. I like that. I like this card. This is Moxfield. Somebody just asked. All right. Expand the sphere. Stays. Feed the infection. 4 mana. Draw 3. Lose 3. Each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters loses 3 life. Whatever. We don't care about that. Draw 3, lose 3 ain't bad, and it does have a little bit of extra value synergy, but this one's on my watch list. We're keeping an eye on this one. I think we can do better. Yep. Bye, Fumigate. Get summons. Return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. For 4 mana, that's not bad. Straight up. Yeah. For each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters, when you cast a spell, put up to 1 target creature card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield. Yes! This is good. Michelangelo, we're not sure yet. Basically, what we've done is we've started with the base precon, and we're reading through the cards because there's a lot of new cards in here I'm not familiar with, and I want to get a feel for how the synergies work. And then we're going to start adding some stuff and shore it up, and we'll have, at the end, a fully upgraded version of this deck, and then we'll do the other one. And that's what tonight's going to be. It's going to be fun. Normally, I do this alone watching Netflix, so we're going to do it together tonight. I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you don't. Keep it to yourself if you do. I'm not here for compliments. Geth Summon stays. Merciless Eviction. How do we feel? And I think I saw somebody say a lot of board wipes. How do we feel about how many board wipes are in this freaking deck? We got one that's going to hit all our best shit. We got one that's going to exile all our shit. And then we got one that turns it into a giant thing that we're just like, that's fine, but we're not that kind of deck. We don't even care. Normally, I like Phyrexia and Rebirth a lot in decks because at least you get a board state, and you know how much I bitch about that. Don't do a board wipe unless you've got something to do afterwards. Do not wipe pass. You're not advancing yourself in the game. At least this does a little bit of it, but it's not on our synergy. At least we end up with a creature. Put Tainted Strike in there. Tainted Strike on the Phyrexia and Rebirth. Okay, so let's hear it. I want to hear about board wipes. We got Culling Ritual, Merciless Eviction, Phyrexia and Rebirth. Let's check. None of these others are board wipes. Each creature. Oh, that's good. Okay, so what do? Do we leave these 3? Do we cut them down? What do we cut? What do y'all think? Are we just going to replace them? Yeah, Matt, that's a good point. Are we just going to 1-for-1 these with some cards that are coming out right now? Deets, I'm kind of with you that these are fine board wipes. At least this one reestablishes. This gives us access to exile, although I wish it also exiled graveyards if we wanted it to. Doesn't Farewell do that? Keep that in the back of my head. Culling Ritual is that kind of like early drop ramps. I just love that spell. I just think it's really good. Let's keep going. We'll come back to it. Night's Whisper. Draw 2, lose 2. These are better than they look in decks. The card draw is on my watch list right now. Noxious Assault. 5 mana. Green 3, eh? Yeah. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until in a turn. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter. Oh. Oh, so whenever a creature blocks this turn, meaning the opponents are going to get a poison counter for each individual creature that they block with. Cause damn. Whew, that card is nasty. I have to agree with you. Draw X, lose X, where X is the number of colors. Okay, so this is draw 3, lose 3 in your perfect world. A lot of times it's going to be draw 2, lose 2. Also fine. I like the amount of card draw. I will say that. You got to keep your hand full in this deck. Like, I think this is a, you know, possible Howling Mind style deck where you just are overloading yourself, overwhelming your opponents. Each opponent gets a poison counter, then each creature. You know what we need to do with the board wipes is we need to go one-sided with them. Because we would rather pay more mana and leave our creature line alone and then be able to swing through. So like we don't have blue. I was gonna say a big group bounce. I want to think on that more. Maybe we get some of those board wipes in here that just wipe, you know, in Garrick's Wake and stuff like that. Lord knows we got the mana to do that. I mean, this deck out of the box came with like 38 land and 5 mana rocks. It's ridiculous. Phyrexia Outbreak. Each opponent gets a poison counter. Sick. Then each creature your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn for each poison counter its controller has. Good. Phyrexian Rebirth, we've talked about it. We'll come back to it. Return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Proliferate. Not bad. Wormquake. I like utility spells like this. You're going to get more use out of this card than you ever think you will when you put it in. It's not splashy, but it's going to perform. Keep y'all's ideas going. We're going to get there. Wormquake, 6 mana, corrupted. Create an XX green Phyrexian worm creature token with trample and toxic 1, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this spell. Where X is the amount of oh, it's got flashback, I see. Then for each opponent with 3 or more poison counters, you create another one of those tokens. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, mercy. Mercius Wormquakeus. It's so funny how narrow these cards are, too, because that card is kick ass, but it's completely niched to this one deck. Archetype, I'll say. Archetype. You could do anything you want with Infect, but archetype. All right, let's move to the instance. Oh, hell. The Stream Monarch. Beast Within, good. Carrying Call. Create 2 1/1s with Infect. I don't love this on 4. Oh, it is instant speed. Oh, wait. Holy shit. They have Infect. Not with Toxic 1. Is this an old card? This is an old card. Never mind. I like this card. Fine. I'm saying fine like they can stay. They're all better than fine. Vraska's Fall. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, planeswalker, and gets a poison counter. Yes. Anything that says each opponent gets a poison counter, I'm already in on. I'm already in on it. What do we got? Oh, Spanish speakers. I'm going to need your help. Okay. Atlas Phyrexiano. Let's try Scryfall. It's got to be there, right? I'm assuming it's Phyrexian Alice. There we go. Add a mana of any color for 3 mana. It's a mana rock? And whenever Phyrexia Atlas becomes tapped, each opponent with 3 or more poison counters loses 1 life. Chad, I'm not in love with this. I know it's a poison deck. I know. But I'm just not into it. I'm just not down for it. I just don't even care. And then Arcane Signet. So 3, 4. Good card. 5. 5th rock. 6th mana rock. I do like that it ramps up though. That's good. 7th. 8th mana rock on top of 38 lands. Sweet mana. Sweet mana mercy. I don't know why they are so worried. I don't know why they're so worried with freaking making sure you hit your mana in this. It's just a 3-color deck. We got this. Drafted Exoskeleton, we probably leave in there, right? Norn's Annex is... No, not for this deck. It's yet another one. Fantastic card. Lead the Soul Ring, I guess. Make that rock a creature equipped with Basilisk color. What rock? This rock? Oh god, okay, let me look at this. What do I want to cut here? We'll move Commander Sphere to... We're just going to leave the new card in here because it's a new card. I think I would cut it. I love this. Chromatic Sphere, I'm so like... Signet's fine, Soul Ring's fine, Arcane, Felwar, we're all on 2 mana rocks. 3 mana rock for a, you know, it's possible. Yeah, see, you're like Astral Cornucopia, Davey. I'm thinking that we've even got mana rocks that are relevant to what we're doing. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna cut one more. We're cutting Chromatic Lantern. Whoops. We're gonna cut Chromatic Lantern. All right. So that leaves the new cards in here. If y'all have ever seen my budget and bling upgrade videos, a big driver of mine is let's not cut the new cards right now. Let's play a couple games with them. Let's really test them out. See where the synergies are. A lot of times playing a card feels way different than reading a card. And so you go, oh, I could see where this would be good. I can see how I would want to play this card. Yeah, see, and Zach, that's what I'm saying. Everflowing Chalice, Astral Cornucopia, any of these cards could take the place of any of these. I mean, that becomes a 3 mana rock. So like maybe eventually you want to look at replacing Phyrexia and Atlas. It's any color, right? Add a man of any color. Okay, so at least it's any color. I could get down on that. We're gonna leave those for now. Ghostly Prison. Wow, they really stacked those effects in here, didn't they? We said no thank you. Whenever a creature you control dies, you gain life, draw a card. Fine. How much do we have in here? I'm just gonna zoom out for a second, chat. On Moxfield, you can highlight. I want to see what we've got. Draw a card. Did I mess it up? Oh, that's type. I'm a moron. Here we go. Wake up, Joel. Hello. Gotta wake up. Draw a card. Draw a card. All right. So where my sorceries at? Am I messing something up still? Oracle text. Draw a card. What am I messing up here? Draw. There we go. Now it's highlighting. Okay, so we got 1 dedicated, 2 dedicated. That lets us draw a card. Okay, we really don't have... We're not overwhelming ourselves with card draw right now. All right. We'll leave it in for now. Norn's Decree. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls deals combat damage to you, that opponent gets a poison counter. Whenever a player attacks, if one or more players being attacked or poison the attacking player draws a card. Yeah, I like that. We'll work with that. All right, what do we got as far as 2 more basics? Exotics, fine. What do we just come down on the basic number? I'm just going to come down 1 to 37, call it good. Don't love that, but it's fine. Yeah, let's see where we're at on mana right now. So we got pretty good coverage across the board as far as mana goes. We could come down on 1 forest, it looks like. Oh yeah. All right. 37 lands. 89. Remember that there are 2 cards. Let's go take a look at this deck and see if we can figure out which 2 cards. Glissa's Retriever. Did we see that? Yes. Was anybody able to figure out which cards are missing from this? We're just gonna have to go card by card. Fumigate's here. I think it's going to be one of these new ones. Phyrexia Outbreak. Oh, nope, that one's there. What's up, Historian? Vat Emergence. Sounds like a sorcery. You know, a card can just sound like an instant or a sorcery sometimes. 1 Infectious Inquiry, 1 Vat Emergence. Okay, so we were halfway there, chat. Do we have any idea what those cards actually are? Vat Emergence. Not that we're going to cut them. No. We haven't seen this yet. Vat Emergence MTG. Here we go. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Proliferate. Yes, we leave that. What's the other one? Infectious Inquiry. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Each opponent gets a poison counter. Baby. Hell yes. Okay. All right. So just to hold spots for those, we're just going to go, return, creature, graveyard, battlefield. Let's just search for something that does something close to that. Let's sort these a little bit better. Sort, EDH Rec. Andrew, what's up? All right, Dread Return is going to hold the place of the one. Vat Emergence. Vat Emergence is Dread Return. And then the other one is Draw Cards. So let's just go Sign in Blood for that. And we know that it's draw 2, lose 2. Draw 2, lose 2. Each opponent gets a... Yeah, draw 2, lose 2. Each opponent gets a poison. All right, so those are holding our spots in the deck. So we got 91 cards to build with. Set at the primer just a second. Sign in Blood holds the place of Infectious Inquiry. The Dread Return holds the place of... What the hell is that card named? Vat Emergence. All right. There we go, baby. Okay. That's the other one. Save the primer. Back to the deck list. We got 8 cards. 9 cards to play with. As y'all type into chat, I'm going to look at Infect, Sort, EDH Rec. We'll see what comes up. New Vorinclex for synergy. Yeah. Shieldred and Vorinclex for synergy seems good. No, for flavor, I actually don't like Shieldred for the synergy. I mean, it's just a generically good creature, right? It's always going to be good. We probably run Tainted Strike, right? Yeah, I like Ink Moth. We're gonna have to cut another land for it, but it's just got to be in there. Skithiryx, gotta run Skittles. Do we care? Do we care? No, I mean, Tainted Strike can turn one of our big boys that has Toxic into an actual finishing blow. Yeah? Yeah? We'll think about it. I mean, Glistener Elf, right? If we're gonna go low to the ground. What do y'all think of Core Prowler? Infect when it's put into a graveyard, proliferate. Oh, gotta go. Crusader, right? Other creatures you control with Infect get +1/+1. That's tough because half the deck is Toxic, right? Do Mites have it? No, Mites have Toxic, right? Oh, Kraken Jank. That's all I needed to hear. Target creature. It's not target creature you control. You don't even think about using this on an opponent's creature. Hell yeah. That's when you're like, Prosh is swinging for how much? And you're not blocking? Okay, I'm going to give Prosh Tainted. In fact. Oh, baby. That's how you lose friends right there. That is pretty sweet. All right. I think we have... I don't care too much about that. Putrefax kind of looks like one of those creatures from Live, Die, Repeat. Did you ever see that movie? That's an underrated movie, bro. Live, Die, Repeat is one of my favorites. That's a fantastic movie. All right. I'm taking suggestions. I looked through the Infect stuff. Nim, Death Mantle, Ashnod's Altar, Infinite. Goes Infinite with the backup commander. That's a good note. I don't call it Edge of Tomorrow. I call it Live, Die, Repeat. The original title that some suits changed and I think is a way cooler title. Douthie Embrace. Let's check this one out. Target creature gains shadow until end of turn. Just can't be blocked. Unless they've got some shadow shit. I think we can pull this off. Can't be blocked. Let's try type Aura first. Hexproof, can't be blocked by more than one creature. Can't be blocked except by flying or reach. Cannot be blocked except by white or artifact creatures. Can't be blocked except by flyers. Well, I guess the real way is like, what is the one that's protection from creatures, right? Oh, Key to the City. Y'all, Jake would yell at me if I don't run Key to the City in this deck. Oh, I need a type Aura. Oh, Keto must be blocked is actually a really interesting way to go as well. We don't have blue. We don't have blue in our colors. We are green, black, white. Probably draw a card, right? I mean, so this deck, Unquestioned Authority, that's just good night, right? Cover of Darkness. Choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type have fear. Alright, hang on. Go back to the deck list. Let's get out our little highlighter. Type Phyrexian. 21. Alright, so all the yellow is Phyrexians. Oh, we need to look at some more proliferate. We don't need more lands, Siley, but we can definitely replace some lands, and I want to do that. This definitely needs Rogue's Passage. Okay, so we've got a decent number of Phyrexians. I wish there was more if we were going to do that. Let's definitely go Rogue's Passage. Doo-doo-doot. We can cut some lands again now. We're at 39. So let's just remove a Schwampy Bompy. And the Plains. Excuse me, chat. Goodness gracious. All right, so we're at 95. We got to look at this, chat. We got to look at Proliferate. Proliferate, and we need to be... What do we need to be? Let's just sort EDA Trek. There are 69 likes? Oh, you really do love me, chat. Thank you. Thank you. Karn's Bastion. Who said Karn's Bastion? It's already in here. Did we put it in here? No, it's got the symbol. We're still alive, chat. We're moving on. Sword of Truth and Justice. What do we think here? Oh, man. This one's very good for us. I don't like pro white, pro blue. Who gives a shit about those? But damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter, and proliferate. This one seems like it needs a little click. That one's going in there. All right, let's be real, chat. And I only want you to answer if you've played Contagion Engine in a deck. Nick, I will check. I'm not 100% sure. Thank you for the question, String Monarch. Contagion Engine. Do you play it? Is it good? I've never actually played it. It looks clunky, but it looks like it could possibly hit. And I know a lot of people play it. See, Guillermo, that's how I feel looking at it. Insomniac says yes. Matt says Clasp, yes. Clasp I can get down on. I think we're skipping Contagion Engine, chat. Pollen Bright, I'm a no-go on. Smell Fear. Yo, this is kind of interesting to me. Get a little fight going. Get a little fight going and we proliferate. Does our homie have Death Touch? Why do I feel like it has Death Touch? Where's the commander? What's going on? Are they up here? Oh, here they are. No, Flying Vigilance, Toxic 2. Doesn't that look like it's got Death Touch? This looks like something that should have Death Touch. Atraxa was like, here, let me teach you all my things except for blue and no Death Touch for you. This looks like it should have Death Touch to me. Does it smell Fear? Is this good? We're adding this to our maybe board. Jake, what's up? Everybody wave at Jake. Jake's there in chat on the official Jake and Joel are Magic chat. Everybody wave. Say what's up, Jack. Jake, I am making a video right now of Noctis's box, and holy cow, what a box. Yeah, dude. Dude, everyone clap at Jake. There's Jake. Everyone clap at Jake. Show him margarita sipping Jake emoji. If you're a member. If you're not a member, click join, become a member. Helps us not have to worry about YouTube ad revenue. Grim Affliction always seems like the kind of card that I would put in iteration 1 of this deck and then it would get cut immediately for something else. Right? It would go away so fast. ETB proliferate. +1/+1 on each. Put a +1/+1 on each of up to 2 target creatures, then proliferate. ETB proliferate. Dealt damage proliferate. Can't be blocked. Ooh. Thanks, Michael. We appreciate it. Vault of the Archangel. I don't even know what that is, Ethan. Ethan, keep that one in mind. I want to go a little bit lower on the proliferate, but say that again because I'm definitely forgetting it. And I'm counting on you. Vraska? Oh my god. Dude, we're running Vraska in this deck, right? Oh my god, we're running Vraska in this deck. Click! 0 proliferate, draw a card, lose a life. That's the shit right there. Seriously, we're also running staff. Sorry, doing it. Lightning bolt, proliferate, deal. Not even gonna slow down to hear what your thoughts are on it. We're clicking yes and we're moving on. Bloated Contaminator. Also good. This is what I'm talking about. The set is always gonna have 5 to 10 cards that you're like, shit, that goes in this deck. That's how they design these. They design these to go like this. Make you want to buy more stuff. Which we do. Carnivores can't destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. That permanent's mana value was 3 or less. Proliferate. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Proliferate on uncommon? I haven't even seen this card. Oh my god. I don't even care if it's sorcery speed. We run this, right? We run this. We definitely run this. I'm not actually going to play this deck, Michael. I'm building it for a friend. It's not mine, Dad. I'm holding it for a friend. Whenever you proliferate, each opponent loses 2, you gain 2. Don't care. What? Chat, this is the card. Why isn't it in the deck? Isn't this the card? Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we can add that. What the hell? All right, we can add that and go back and take out Dread Return. Is that what we put in there? Yeah. Do we run Dread Return in this deck though? We'll put it in our considering. Okay, so we can take that off the primer. What the hell? It was there. It was there the whole time. Ooh, we're at 100 right now, but I think we're over on lands. Nope, 37 still. But we still got some cards to add. All right. Chat. Final suggestions for right now. Then we're going to do some gold fishing. See how this plays. Anything you want me to take a look at, hit me in chat right now. We're going speed round. Oran. What is this? Attacking creatures you control have death touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not exactly where I want to be in here. It's generically good. It's generically good, but it's not exactly what I want to be doing. I either want to be playing infect creatures, getting infect creatures back, or clearing the way for infect creatures. Somebody said Rogue's Passage, right? Did we already put that in here? We did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Dwight Steele. No, we're not putting Blightsteel in this one. I mean, I guess no. I'm kind of a halfie on. I'm halfway there on Blightsteel. That's gonna move to considering. I mean, it is like just like here's the win con. We try to do that. New white Phyrexian, you know, like Rogue's Passage. Our things can just get through. Strixhaven Stadium, isn't that a mana rock? I'm not even sure what this card does. Add and mana, put a point on it. Whenever a creature does combat damage to you, remove a point from it. Whenever a creature you control does combat damage, put a point on it. And then it has 10 or more. That's close. That's very close. Because we are going to be dealing combat damage, but we're not trying to win through getting them to 0. But touches on them, we're going to have to touch them 10 times probably to an opponent. So whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent. So that's if I have 3 hitting you and 2 hitting you and 1 hitting you, I get 6 points on this. Am I thinking about that correctly? Darksteel Plate. Now there's a thought. Let's add it. Oh. Are these counters? Point counters, chat. Oh my god. Oran and Finn. All right, chat. What do they serve spaghetti on in Mirrodin? Ooh, chat. I can't believe these point counters. These point counters get proliferated. What the actual? Whenever a creature... Okay, but you gotta connect with a creature for it to check, right? Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, put a point counter on it. Then, if it has 10 or more point counters on it, you remove them all, and that player loses the game. Can you... Oh, they serve spaghetti on dark steel plate. There you go, chat. There you go, chat. Everybody, good joke, Jake. Everyone clap at Jake. So... Can I murder multiple opponents? We don't have blue, bean pot. Can I murder multiple opponents if I make combat damages to all three of them? No, right? Yeah, it's only one. Got it. I'm looking for suggestions. Robe of Stars. Yeah, protection for Ixo. Right. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. If you had several, you get to pick which one loses. Great. I picked Jake. Okay, I do. Now I want to go look at counter on. Is that going to give me the results I want here? I want to see what we can proliferate. If we're going to build this much proliferate into our deck. Oh, we need to. Oh, yeah, we did. No. No, no. Mm? 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 No. I don't think this is where we want to be. I don't think this is where we want to be. I had a thought. Shit, what was my thought? I was thinking it and then I forgot it. Oh, fuck, I was just right there again. We're not trying to go so much with counters. Yeah, Astral Cornucopia is the one that gets run in the Atraxa deck and it's insane. Thing is we don't have a proliferate on our commander, so counting on it hardcore, we probably don't want to dip into like exterior strategies just to get more cards with counters on them, so to speak. Oh, the new set. So what is it? Set, is it just called 1? There we go. Can we sort by EDH rec already? Oh, it's going to show the old cards first. Okay. All right, so we're already running Vraska in there, right? Champion of Lambholt, Luminarch Ascension, Hand of the Praetors. Thank you, Hand of the Praetors. We'll check this in just a second. Hand of the Prey. Somebody else had one that they were supposed to remind me of it. Remind me of it, please. Infect other creatures you control. Whenever you cast a creature spell with Infect, target player gets a poison counter. This is good. We just don't have a lot of Infect in here, unfortunately. It's split between Infect and Toxic, and so I don't want... We're putting this in the maybe board. I don't want to have this in my hand and nothing to work with. Swarm Lord, I believe I just skipped over. Or did we put it in here? No, we did put it in here. Yeah. This one's great. Create an insect with Infect for each poison counter your opponents have. That's good. Okay, let's go back to Phyrexia 1. Probably, okay, here we go. Choose a color, another target creature you control gains Toxic 1 and Hexproof from that color until end of turn. Can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. This seems like it needs to go in there, right? Skrelv. Vault of the Archangel. What was that? Isn't that lifelink? Arch Angle, y'all. It's a lot. It's a pretty obtuse card. Yeah, Death Touch, lifelink until end of turn. I'll give that a spot. That's a pretty good blocking deterrent. All right, with my Vault of the Archangel untapped and 4 mana ready to spend, I'm going to swing with all my infect creatures. Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah, let's look at the Phyrexia 1 cards. Whoops, not the Archangel. We do like Proliferate on a 0. Scrolf seems good, right? For 2 life, you can give any of your creatures hexproof from a color and they can't be blocked by creatures of that color. That seems good to me. Toxic 1, other toxic, gets all rats all the way down. We're moving on. Beginning your upkeep, lose a life, create a toxic 1, says creatures can't block. Yeah, I mean, this is literally our strategy, right? This is literally like create 1/1 mites. At the very least, it merits considering. I love Nissa, but it just seems like a generic good card in here where it's just like donk. Same. This I think is necessary. Gain X life, create XX. Oh, here we go. This is definitely replacing. It's 1 more mana to cast this than Phyrexian Rebirth, and you end up with 6 1/1s with Toxic. Cha-ching! Somebody remind me to take out Phyrexian Rebirth when we go back to that. What else? Duelist Heritage. Oh, Double Strike. Fuck. Yeah, we gotta look at some Double Strike. Kraken Jank, did you say Scrolf? Look. There's a lot of words coming at me from a lot of sentences. I don't want to run True Conviction. Black Sun's Twilight seems good in here too, instead of any of the other board wipes. Jank, you know you have to send me 8 Discord messages or I don't get them. Do you expect us to read on this channel? Creature tokens you control get +1/+0, have first strike. Oh my god, this guy definitely goes in if your secondary is the commander, right? All right. We're moving along. We got to get to cuts. We got to goldfish this deck. We got to check the other deck out. Thirty, 11:30, 30 minutes. Yeah. All right. We need 6 cuts. Know that we got 38 lands now. So let's check our mana. 35%. We're making 47. We can come down we can definitely come down some plains. Do we need any plains? What other utility lands do y'all want to add in instead of plains? Let me check Duelist Heritage. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Freaking Double Strike. Double Strike minus type creature. Maybe also the word gain. We already did. We got Ink Moth Nexus for sure. T Pro. I don't know what T Pro is. Sorry, pal. Translate, please. EDH Rex, sort. We'll get there. Jake, thank you for stopping by. Everybody wave at Jake. Goodbye, Jake. Catch you later. Oh, Teferi's Protection. All right, let's check out. Let's lose gain and go to hat. I mean, people have said a lot of Akroma's will, right? Has Fulgor, what's up? Just straight up Fire Streaker. Oh, who said must be blocked? Grappling Hook is pretty sick in this deck. Is this card really good? Has anybody ever played this card? Gavel of the Righteous? This card seems good. Why haven't I seen this? 2 mana. Beginning of combat, put a charge counter on it. It's +1/+1 for each charge counter on it. And as long as it's got 4, they get double strike. I mean, we're proliferating, y'all. This is going in there. I like your idea, must be blocked, but it doesn't work enough with Toxic for me to like really want to go in all in on it. And I can proliferate this Gavel. Plus, I mean, check this out. Pay 3 to equip or just remove a counter from it. Remove 1 counter from it. Yeah, Doubling Season, Anointed Procession. Those are the easy answers. We're trying to look for some cards I've never seen before. Make it a little more fun. Yeah, for sure, Fulgur. No worries. All right. We need cuts, and let's do some gold fishing. 7 cuts. I find it hard to believe that we would need to cut any of our creatures at this point. We need to be returning them. Whoa. All right, we know that we can cut Phyrexian Rebirth. Remove. Oh, can I Control Z that? No, I want to put that in. Trying to put all the cards we cut into considering. Doink. Doink. What else? MTG means magic. What's up? Like Knight's Whisper. I'm thinking Caress is going to get cut. Sign in Blood is holding the place of a card. That's not actually a Sign in Blood. This is actually a Infectious Inquiry. It's just a card that's not out yet, but we know it's going to be in this deck. See, like, I would rather run Knight's Whisper than feed the Infection. Yeah, that's not a bad. Draw 2, lose 2, poison counter. Draw 2, poison. I think the other one just wasn't coming up because it didn't have the name on here. Yeah, no. What the hell is this? When it enters the battlefield, create 2 3/3s with Toxic 1. At the beginning of your upkeep, if they have 3 or more, choose the creature you control, then draw cards equal to its total Toxic value. Mid. 6 cards, chat. Let's go. Drowning Ichor. Love that. Holy shit, I love this. We need more. Honestly, we need some more ramp. Spell ramp. We got too many rocks. I'm still thinking we got too many rocks. We definitely have too many rocks now that we added this. Goodbye, Atlas. Sorry we never knew you. Are we good on this? Clasp? How many proliferate effects do we have? Let's pull out the highlighter. 18? Oh, bad. Look at that proliferate, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Yeah, see, Jank, I'm thinking that's what I want to do instead of rocks. Evo Sage is right here. right there. Do we cut Painful Truths? No, D-Hammer, we're going to try and run it with the main one for now. I think we're going to cut Carrion Call. 4 remain. Like all this. Like all this. We're going to drop the Signet. We're going to drop... Do we care about this? I don't really care about this. Grafted exoskeleton is what I mean. Whoops. Too far, Joel. Too far. Perfect. I feel like I don't care. I mean, we have so much in here already. Why do we need this? Could be nasty on the commander. Yeah. We do have a flying commander with vigilance, right? Let's see what Courage in Crisis is. +1/+1 counter on target creature proliferate. Not for this deck. What was the other one? Smell Fear. Oh, I think we looked at this one. Yeah, dude. I'm like pretty on this one. We just have a lot of small creatures and they have Infect, not... No, they have Toxic, not Infect. Three more cuts. We're dropping Caress. Let's back it up a little bit. We got 2 cuts left. Access Tunnel for the small creatures? I don't think so. Let's see what that card is. Target creature power 3 or less can't be blocked. Holy shit, yes. That's 100% going in there, Michael. Nice one. Okay, so we need to come down a land. It's a white. We'll go Boopski. Down to Plains. Alright. Rock. 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 Cutting 1 rock. Need 1 more cut. No, Infect and Toxic doesn't keep separate counters, but Toxic doesn't do anything when combat damage is dealt to creatures. It only deals damage. It only deals poison counters to players. It does not give us -1/-1. D-Hammer, I'm kind of on that. I really love the idea of Strixhaven Stadium, but I think that it's just going to be our last cut for now. You know what? Let's take a look at the deck. Let's just run it and see what happens. All right, opening hand. Sandstep. Canker Bloom. Ink Moth. There's that Feed the Infection card. I want it to be 2. No, I didn't swap Farewell yet, Matt. It's kind of a big swap. I'm trying to keep this budget as low as I can for the upgrades. Just put in necessary cards. I feel like Swapping out Merciless Eviction for Farewell is definitely something you do, but not until you're like, all right, I want to spend that extra right now. You're like, it's such a small tweak upward. Oh, it's only $5. I thought it was more than that. Yeah, I think that we take our free mull here. Oof. This is like my short. Going down to 6, sword would technically be on top. Okay, we at least play this. We don't have our colors. Yeah, just a really bad opener. But we'll play it. We'll go green, say go, draw. It's a sword, Karn's Bastion. We don't have mana for Plague Stinger, which is a bummer, say go. Drawing 2 cards. Yeah, we're just not hitting our colors. This is a bad one. Restart. All right, we got to keep this one. So we play Necroblossom Snarl. Reveal the swamp in our hand. Pass. Card. Command Tower. Sifonado Pestilento. Tap this. Tap this. Pestilanto. Flying and Toxic. So we begin the assault. Say go. Draw a card. Save that. Go swamp. Untap, untap. This time we go Icarats. Black, black, whatever. Icarats. Every player gets a poison counter. So now proliferate. We're in the business. It's blurry for y'all. It shouldn't be. I'm not getting any notifications on my side. You might want to hit restart. Sorry if it's blurry. So everybody gets a poison counter, and we're attacking another player, and this one's gonna have 2. Boom. Next turn. Untap. Draw. Crows and Verge enters tap. That's fine. Just go ahead and play that. Don't have anything really else to do. We'll leave open for Putrefy. We're going to assume that they don't have blockers. So this is going to be somebody up to 3. This is going to be somebody else up to 3. So now we have a person at 1. A person at 1 and 2 players at 3. If everything went exactly correctly. Draw. Creatures you control get +2/+2 till end of turn. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its creature gets a poi. Huh. So what do? We go... Oh, dude, we definitely go Isel now, right? Green. Green, black, white. Ixel. So we got our Flying Vigi Toxic 2 at the beginning of your end step. Each opponent has 3 or more poison counters. Exile the top card of the library face down. And so just like that, we've got 2 cards face down that we can look at and play for as long as they remain exiled. And pay attention to Ixel's text, because it says you may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, not look at and play, look at and cast them, because you don't cast lands. My point is like you could definitely play their lands. That's pretty cool. So we play that. Go to attacks if we can. 2 more. That's 5 on somebody. That's 4 on somebody. The other player still has 1. They got a slow start. End step, we have 2 cards. 2 cards bonked. And we can, or what do you call it? Impulsed. And we can play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. So really the move there is like if you got a land off of them, play that land. Period. So now we're just open. This is the point in the game here where play a tap land. Nope, I do not want to restart. I want to tap this. This is the point of the game where I would be... Is that a little bit better? This is the point of the game where I would be waiting. I wouldn't cast anything else onto the board. I've got 2 players that are at 3 poison counters that are just going to be giving me cards. I got a flying toxic and a Vigi toxic here. So we're putting 2 on with that and 1 on with that. This is where I'd be chilling. Yeah, Michael, and that's the risk of the infect deck, right? At this point, all eyes on me. Oh yeah, you're definitely attacking with Excel. Absolutely. Because we got Putrefy to back it up. And honestly, at this point, Putrefy, we're definitely staying open. Unless we just get something ridiculous. Get something ridiculous from our opponent's decks. Yeah, see, I feel like at this point, you're absolutely right. Now we're going to be getting targeted down. But we've stabilized with a board position that's just going to keep gaining us value. And so here's where I would hold, and I would only be playing stuff, if possible, off our opponent's decks. Building my hand back up. So attack, maybe attack. You know, we're at like mid to high poison counters, talking 0 to 10 on one person. We're at like mid on one person, and then we're low on one person. Right. Yeah, we sit on Rogue's Passage until like this, unless I absolutely have just not gotten somebody poisoned at least 1 counter so that our proliferate stuff is hitting hard. I would be holding Rogue's Passage as like a win condition. I want my last opponent to be at 8 and my toxic 2 fella or lady. Creature, Phyrexian Angel. And then Rogue's Passage drops, makes it unblockable, bing, bang, boom. Bob's your uncle. So attack. We get 2 more cards. This is actually 3 on that person now, if I've been doing my math correctly. And so now we're getting 3 cards revealed with Exel. This is tapped. We'll say this is not swinging. No, actually, we'll say that's swinging because it's dealing -2/-2, right? To a creature if it hits. And then we sit on Putrefy. Let's say we burned Putrefy before our next turn because all eyes are definitely on us. Draw a card. I mean, and that's not even to count, like, maybe we played a 2-drop off of all the cards that we had exiled from our opponents. And we draw Farewell. All right, we're going to restart with this one more time. At 10:30, I want to swap to the other deck. Oh, baby. Look at this start right here, chat. Turn 1, Elf. Turn 2, Ichor Claw. Turn 3, we got Unnatural Restoration ready to go. If anybody early knocks our Glistener Elf or our Ichor Claw, and we got Faithful Apparition. I actually want to do Faithful Apparition turn 2 probably, right? Get it attacking ASAP. Let's see what we got. Turn 1, we're definitely going Forest. Tap that for the Elf. Say go. Untap. Draw. We got a pocket removal spell now. Attack. Somebody's at 1. Play a land. Hope there's a player who has white in their colors. Let's say there's not until the next turn. Just to try and simulate gameplay. Ichor Claw Mirror. Say go. Nope. Boop boop. Draw a card. Each opponent gets a poison counter, then each creature your opponent's control get -1/-1 until end of turn for each poison counter its controller has. Huh. Land for turn. We're gonna need some mana here soon. Attack. Everybody's got 1 now, so we can proliferate hardcore. That's only a permanent unnatural restoration. Oh yeah, draw on turn 1. You're right. Oh, now we got both our Twilights. Oof. All right, so we go to here. We're not casting anything on that turn. You know, it's potentially we cast Phyrexia's Outbreak just to take out their early board if that's a thing. Card for turn is Staff of Completion. We actually like that a lot. We're running cold on mana. Whoops, now we're turning cards over. Let's just run Staff of Completion out. Swing, tap it, pay 4 life, draw a card. That's probably the play here. How do you dig out from under this, chat? I think you just got to dig cards. Like, we play this, we immediately tap it, lose 4. Where's my life? Here we go. Bop, 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 bop. Draw land. Shit. Buzz, what's up? All right, so that was EOT. Let's say we definitely ran these out there. We got our opponents at like 1, 2, and 2 right now ish. Is that right? Turn 2 attack, turn 3 attack with both of these. That's 3, turn 4. Yeah. So it's actually 5. So it's like 1, 2, 3 out there somewhere. We made sure we spread them around. Drawing a card, hell yes. That is a fucking good thing to see right there. Now we got Ixal up. And I think we're just definitely running Ixal out, right? That's the only way to go. We don't have a swamp. Actually, we don't have our mana. Is this only if you control a swamp? Only if you control a swamp. Brutal. Okay, so we would have to hope that we've got... Nope. We just don't have it. We got an opponent playing swamps, right? So that taps for black, that taps for green, this taps for white. Bop bop, we lose 2 life, and then colorless. And so Ixal runs out there. And we got a Tainted Wood left over. Here is where we want to try. So if we've got an opponent at 1, an opponent at 2, and an opponent at 3 poison counters, we want to try and get... Basically, we're going to attack both of these at the opponent with 2 to go up to 3. So that hopefully with Ixal we hit lands, honestly. Because then if everything has just gone groovy for us, we got... No, this is a play test on Moxfield Bear. This is just their little goldfishing side program that's kind of built in. I think it's important when you get a deck built up for the first time to do some goldfishing to see where you're flowing and try and simulate what would happen. Definitely people would answer this, etc. Just play honest and tell how your deck does. So if everything's gone groovy, we've got 2 opponents at 3. We're exiling two cards, one from 2 different opponents. And we sure as shit just hope those are lands. David, what's up? Good to see you. Haven't been to your live stream in a while. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. So I think that it plays pretty well. It needs to go fast. I mean, maybe 38 lands is the way to go. Let's go back to the deck. At 100 on the main board, let's take a look at what we cut from the deck. These. So these weren't. We're just gonna toss these. Remove. Look at all these rocks. Remove all. And then remove. Okay, so we cut 14 cards. We cut Mycosynth Fiend. Let's run this back up. Our cuts were Mycosynth Fiend, Scavenging Ooze, Windborn Muse, Caress of Phyrexia, Fumigate, Phyrexian Rebirth, Carrion Call, Phyrexian Atlas, Chromatic Lantern, Commander Sphere, Felwar, Golgari, and Norn Xanax, and Ghostly Prison. We cut those 14 cards and some lands. We cut a bunch of basic lands to add in Vault of the Archangel. We added in Rogue's Passage. Came with Karn's Bastion. We did add in Inkmoth Nexus. This is one of those like... This is a small upgrade because it just does give you that little bit of extra edge, and you could possibly win with this. It's definitely something you want in here, but keep in mind that this is a $34 card. Do I think this gives you a $34 effect? Not really. I just think this hasn't been reprinted in a while. proxy it up, see how you like it. An access tunnel. Can't remember who suggested the access tunnel in chat, but this one was an excellent suggestion. Looking over here, kept Norton's Decree in there. We added Sword of Truth and Justice. We added Staff of Completion from the new set. We added Gavel of the Righteous. Gavel of the Righteous gets +1/+1 for each counter on it. We've got a ton of proliferate in this deck, so we can proliferate the counters on Gavel to give our infect creatures for just 2 mana, because look at the bottom equip cost. Remove a counter from Gavel. That's how we're equipping this. We can proliferate those counters, and then if it gets 4 on it, we can double strike our infect creatures, our toxic creatures. And it's good for both of them. Left in Glistening Sphere, left in Contagion Clasp, and Arcane Signet. We added Tainted Strike. Somebody made the point that you can do this to your opponent's creatures as well. Help them fit, you know, let them help you finish somebody off with poison counters. We added Black Sun's Twilight just because this card is an absolute banger, and our toxic creatures are going to be targeted, so we got to keep them on the battlefield. We got to get them back. We got to get them back. And we added a Chroma's Will for a little bit of protection. You know, this card just does everything. White Sun's Twilight we added just because it's a board wipe that leaves you a board state. This was kind of a 1-for-1 swap with Phyrexian Rebirth. Sign in Blood is actually Infectious Inquiry, so we left that card in. Don't think that Sign in Blood is actually in this deck. All of these came in the deck. No, we put Noxious Assault in the deck. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter, so this puts our opponents into a damned if you do, damned if you don't. I will say, I got this in my opening hand during one of our Goldfish sessions, and it kind of sat there, and I wasn't super excited to use it, even with 2 infect creatures on the battlefield. So this might be one that I, you know, kind of look at over time. Merciless Eviction's one that'll be cut for Farewell someday. Future upgrade. We love these cards. I'm kind of middle. I'm kind of mid on Feed the Infection. I still want to see if that one really works in here, but I like little draw spells like Night's Whisper more than the average person, so I'm super in on that. Expand is great. This card I added in. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn proliferate. This card in our deck is insanity. Cultivate will probably come out. Probably a little bit more ramp. Drop this for some 2 mana ramp. Culling Ritual I love. And then this card is Emerge from the Vat Emergence, something like that. We have it in here. Vat Emergence. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control and proliferate. That's exactly what we want to be doing. Pretty excellent card there. Creatures. We added Venomous Brutalizer, 4/4 with Toxic 3 that proliferates for 2 when it comes in, so it's got some value a little further down the line, or you can play it for 4. Venerated Rot Priest just because we want to go fast. Same with Skrelv. Plus Skrelv is like our infect mother of runes, so I really like it. Skittles is a classic infect win con, gotta run it. All these came with the deck. Added Phyrexian Crusader. This is one too. This one's kind of the power level to money ratio on this card's not super there for me, but I do really like it. Infect First Strike is pretty sweet because it's going to lower their power by 2 before they even get a chance to touch you if you're the only one with First Strike in that, or Double Strike in that battle. So Phyrexian Crusader is a little bit better than it looks on the surface, and if you can get that power up at all, you're really hurting them. Love that one. Ichor Claw's great. Ichorats have to have it. Added in Glistener Elf just because I think we should try and maximize our chance of playing a turn 1, turn 2 infect creature so we can get 3 counters, at least 1 counter on everybody, and up to that 3 counters hopefully, so that we can start getting some cards into our options for play with Ixel. Glissas will keep. We kept all these creatures. Canker Bloom just seems so good. Added in Bloated Contaminator. Trample Toxic 1 deals combat damage, proliferate. Like, we'll just take any of those effects that you can possibly give us. And then we left all these in, and we added Vraska Betrayal Sting as well. Utility removal on it. Proliferate for 0, so you can play it for 5 mana and 2 life. Get this out, start proliferating those poison counters. Hopefully you drew a hand that allowed you to get 1 poison counter on each opponent as quickly as possible, so then you can lean on your Phyrexians proliferating after that. and that's how you end up winning the game. And then of course we left XL. I really do, and I'll say this one more time, I really like Vishgaz as the secondary commander in this deck. I think that there's a lot of potential here with a go wide sort of mites deck, more than I normally get excited for. Lieutenant commanders is basically what they are in these precons. So that is the initial upgrade to Corrupting Influence. That's a good one, chat. I really like that one. I'm going to go get some water so I can continue talking, and we're going to upgrade Nayali. So make sure you hit like. I'll give away some Dragon Shields when I get back. Make sure you hit like. You know what? I'm going to run this while we go. Yeah, full gore list is going to go up. I'm actually going to cut this into a video so that it also lives there. Hashtag poison me. Hashtag poison me. You can type that in. You will be entered to win a pack of Dragon Shields as soon as I get right back. Hashtag poison me enters you to win some Dragon Shields. And I'll grab those when I get back. I'm going to go get some water. BRB. All right. Hashtag poison me is going to enter you win some Dragon Shields. Look at these. I got some weird ones. You want to know where I got these cards? Got some Halloweener styles. Well, Catwoman. I figure there's at least 2 people in chat who can appreciate someone dressed in some tight leather. Oh, these are just normal green mats. So, winner, you can pick from any of those 4. How does that sound? That sounds great. Okay, that sounds good to me, chat. Thanks for agreeing with me. Let's go rolling it. Nicholas Reed, who's been subscribed since 12/11/22. Nicholas Reed, congratulations. Did you see the 4 options and do you want to pick? All right. If you win a giveaway here on Jake and Joel Are Magic, you just need to do one simple thing with 3 simple parts. You need to DM me on Discord. You need to say, hi, my name is... We're going to do this as Nicholas Reed would, okay? Hi, my name is Nicholas Reed. I won the so-and-so sleeves. Please give me your choice. On the stream where you built those decks. This is my shipping address. And then if you want to give us like a... one of those on your way out. Also good. Okay. So that's 1 upgrade down. Nayali, Sun's Vanguard. How do you join Discord? Say less, pal. Got your back. Oh, yeah. Now we're cooking. Chat, I just dropped a link to our Discord there in chat. If you click on it, it will take you straight to our Discord. And we personally think, and there are a few people in there that agree with us, it's the best Magic the Gathering Discord on planet Earth. Speaking of that, all hail the stream monarch, Nick Baker. Thank you very much. Do appreciate all the support, y'all. This is going to be a big year for us. We've already had some crazy things happen that we'll probably put into a patron video for the Patreon. We got to do... I think we're going to do a patron update next week. And we got a lot of really cool things to talk about. Anyway. For Meriden! Here we go. Let's check these out. Nayali, Sun's Vanguard. A white, a red, and 2 other for a 3/3 human rebel. It says attacking tokens you control have double strike. Whenever 1 or more tokens you control attack a player, exile the top card of your library. During any turn you attacked with a token, you may play that card. So, first question. Does Nayali have to be on the battlefield for that last bit of text to trigger? It seems to me, for Meriden, like it does. During any turn you attacked with a token, you may play that card. So this is... You're saying nope, Siley. So whenever 1 or more tokens you control attack a player, exile the top card of your library. During any turn you attacked with a token, you may play that card. So... it would be a separate line if she needed to be on the battlefield. It's part of the attack trigger. So it's like attached to the card that is now in exile. That's what you're telling me. Okay. That's good to know. Whenever 1 or more tokens you attack, you exile the top. The effect goes on the exiled card itself. I got you. Yeah. So it's kind of the same thing as Ixal. Yeah, word. I can get down on that. Whenever 1 or more tokens you control attack a player, exile the top card. During any turn you attack with a token, you may play that card. So that'll do lands too. I like that. Othari, Sun's Glory, a white, a red, and 3 for a flying, lifelinking, hasting 3/3 Phoenix. When it attacks, you get an experience counter. How many cards has that been on by now? Do we have enough for an experience counter tribal deck? Then create a 2/2 red rebel creature token that's tapped and attacking for each experience counter you have. 4 mana tap an untapped rebel you control, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tap. But you can do that at instant speed, so you want to do that on their EOT. Wow. They've made very strong lieutenant commanders in these decks, and I appreciate that. Normally it's such a slam dunk, I really want to play one of them, you know? And with both of these decks now, I see 2 different builds. And it's funny, like the other one, that one is a value engine, but it's got a nice little bit of enchantment text attached to it with attacking tokens you control have double strike. And then the other one is a go wide commander. Very interesting. Both decks have done this now. Value engine, go wide commander. But we're going to build Nayali. We're just going to leave it as face commander for now. All right, let's check out some cards. Prava sounds like it'd probably be good in this deck. Remember that one for me and remind me when we go to add some cards. Yeah, I'm liking the approach of this. Elspeth Terrell, I mean, it's a double trigger on 3 1/1s onto the battlefield. It's just tough to not get that good. You get that good return off Elspeth. It's 3 1/1s with upside. It's 6 1/1s across 2 turns. Kraken Jank, what are you talking about? Anything that rewards playing from exile. Are there a lot of those cards? We're going to leave Elspeth for now. Adriana, whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1, and other creatures you have melee to. If you've ever played with Adriana in a token deck, you get it. If you've never played with Adriana in a token deck, it's not going to look that great off the rip. But I'm telling you, this card smacks. Make me a list, Jank. Dragon Master Outcast, I'm not a huge fan of in this deck. Somebody make a case for Dragon Master Outcast if you want to. Emeria Angel. I like. Four mana. Repeatable token creator. They all have flying. Yes. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. The turns where this bangs are kick ass, and the turns where it doesn't, you're like, this 2/2 costs 4 mana. You know, I know that you hanging out tonight doesn't necessarily mean that you know what my deck building style is or what I've said in previous videos or anything, but I'm always really big on, and I say that just to apologize to people who hear this all the freaking time from me. I'm not real big on cards like that where it's high risk, high reward. I really prefer like middle to high mid tier cards consistently. I really value consistency. I'll take pay 3, draw 2 over pay 3, draw a card for each creature of the chosen type you control. That kind of thing. I like consistency. I like to play Knight's Whisper. You know what I'm saying? That's just my build style. Harmonious Archon. Oh, this card's really good. Every time I see this card, I'm like, that doesn't do anything. And then it just bends me over. Yeah, and it turns all of our tokens into 3/3s on a drop. Yeah, fuck yeah. Jorkadine's going to be all about if we have Metalcraft. I'm so middle on Jorkadine. Double Strike is really good though, and giving all of them power is really good. It just depends on if... Let's take a zoom out for a second and count some. See, 18, So we're built in with a lot of artifacts, right? Not really enough to get Metalcraft. Maybe we can lean on like 14 creatures. That ain't gonna work. Oh, I guess we only want tokens. So any of these could be creating tokens for us. Yeah. All right. For now, goodbye, Jor. We might put him back in. Zach G, Jor's out. Jor, you're not coming to the party. Sorry, pal. You got too weird. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1. Yes. Creates a 1/1 flyer. Yes. We need anthems. We need to go through and find the best possible return token creation cards. And we need anthems. And then we drop ya boy, the main cat, the cool cat, Nayali, Sun's Vanguard. Drop that, you swing for lethal. This deck wants to go, baby. It wants to go. You gotta go fast. Yes. Mentor the Meek, yes. Look, I love Mirror Battlesphere. I'll stick Mirror Battlesphere into any deck I can possibly fit it, but I don't know that I love it in this deck. It's just not that kind of deck. I'd rather have some stuff that goes wide with token creatures that's not 7 mana. I think we can do better for 7 mana. Mr. DJ Longhair with the $2 super chat said, you read my PM on February 16th through 9th plus channels box battle. No, ping me again. I'm lost on what you're talking about. Sorry, pal. Oh wait, I'm vaguely remembering something. PM me again. Let's talk. All right, we cut that. We cut the Mirror Battlesphere, unfortunately. I love that card. We like Otari. You're gonna get at least a 2/2 out of it, so you're putting 5 onto the battlefield, 5 power onto the battlefield. And it's a token, and you got upside. We'll take it. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. Aren't there better cards than this for this? There's gotta be better cards for this than this. This is only cute because it says creature tokens. This card sucks. I can pay 3 mana for creatures I control get +1/+1 as an enchantment, and it's harder to remove. This card is dumb. Being way too mean to that thing. It's doing its best. Bravo the Steel Legion. See, again, it's just cute because it says creature tokens. I'd rather have power. Our shit's got double strike, Prava. You're being kind of a puss. It's a cat. It's a cat. I don't mind that it can create, though. That's pretty good. That's pretty sweet. Ugh, I'm very mid. Very mid on Prava. Surely we can do better than that, right? Siege Gang, like it. Silver Wing. God, more of these 6 mana token creators. Power toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. It's a flying Vigi. When it attacks, create a number of 2/2. With vigilance equal to the number of opponents you can have. Okay. That's actually, I'll leave that. I'm taking Prava. I just can't do it, y'all. I'm like, in this deck, I'm mid on Siege Gang because I want more tokens faster. Why is Solomon in this deck? Because Boros? Can we do better? This deck needs help. I like that. Bro, I hate when they put chain reaction in these decks and not freaking Blasphemous Act. Look, we're 1-for-1ing this right now. Blasphemous Act is down to like, I think you can get it for a paperclip If you just take a paperclip to your local grocery store, they will give you one blasphemous act. Blasphemous act. Good card, Wizards. Thank you for putting that one in there. Collective effort. Choose one or more. Tap an untapped creature you control to escalate in Atom mode. Got it. Destroy power 4 or greater. Destroy an enchantment. Put a 1/1 on each creature. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That card is in. Each opponent draws a card, then you draw a card for each opponent who drew a card this way. Go screw yourself. Finale of Glory. Yes. Yeah, Solemn is a staple in the Precons. I know. It's just like, come on. There's not like some common that's got better synergy than just shove a Solemn in there for fixing. Just put a Signet in there if you're worried about it. Affinity for equipment. Create 5 2/2 red rebel creature tokens. They gain haste. For each of these tokens, you can attach an equipment you control to it. Oh boy. That sure does make me get kind of eyebrowy. Hate Mirage. Choose up to 2 target creatures you don't control. For each of those creatures, create a token that's a copy of the creature. Those tokens gain haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end set. That could be pretty huge. Ugh, I don't know. I think I'm kind of like... Okay, so you're in on this, Jank? I've never played this card, so I don't know. Like, when it hits, I'm assuming it hits. Heroic Reinforcements, yes. Hordling Outburst, yes. Oh my god, they put it in here. Yes, Hour of Reckoning. I beat Jake with this card one time. I think his exact quote was fucking increasing devotion. I think we were playing on MTGO. Martial Coup. Yes. Rip Apart. No. No. It's not bad. Y'all better get your suggestions ready. We're almost done here. Boros Charm. Yes, just for the middle. I mean, I just like the middle. Permanents you control are indestructible this turn. We take that. 3 mana instant. Spell cost 2 more to cast for each target beyond the first. Choose any number of target opponents so it can cost up to 7. Choose any number of target opponents for 7. Create X 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens where X is the number of creatures those opponents control. It's instant speed. I'll allow it. Clever Concealment. This card is so good. Any number of target non-land permanents you control phase out, and it's got Convoke. Yes. Flawless Maneuver. Sure. Generous Gift. Sure. Midnight Haunting. We can do better, right? There's got to be better. I know that there's better. I can think. I don't know the name of the card, but I can think of a card that's better. Sure. Path. Sure. White Suns. Rock. Glimmerlands. For Mirrodin! Whenever equipped creature and at least one other creature attack, draw a card. Fine. Hexplate Wallbreaker. For Mirrodin! Equipped creature gets 2/2, so it comes in as a 4/4 for 5. But when it attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap each attacking creature after this phase. Additional combat phase, yes. Idol of Oblivion, yes. Mr. DJ Longhair, PM sent. I hope you or Jay can join us February 16th. I will let you know. Idol of Oblivion, yes. Kimba's Banner for Mirrodin. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. Yes, fuck yeah, hell yes. Loxodon Warhammer, yes, that's fine. Charge counters. I'm still in like proliferate mode. I'm like charge counters. Yes, let's do this. I've never liked this card. I just hate that this card comes in empty. 6 mana for nothing. We can do better with equipment, can't we? Mask of Memories. Draw 2, discard 1. Yes. Maul. Yes. Mind Stone, rock. Tech. I like that tech though. Staff of the Storyteller enters the battlefield. Create a 1/1 soul spirit with flying. Whenever you create one or more creature tokens, put a story counter on it. Pay 1, tap it, draw a okay. Like that. Volshock Factory. Add a red. Put a charge counter on it. 3 sack it. Create an XX colorless golem artifact creature token with haste where X is the number of charge counters on it. I don't love this. Why don't I love this? Activate only as a sorcery. You can't even respond to it being destroyed. This is a bad card, right? I just don't like that card at all. It's not terrible. I just don't like it at all. Dude, I'm kind of with you. Who just said that? Womp City. Deck doesn't really need equipment. I'm kind of with you on that, pal. I'm thinking that maybe this one is go wide, use anthems. Right? Token creatures go wide, anthem them up. That's kind of where I want this to live. That's what I'm feeling. Yep, that's what I'm feeling. Look, go put these in your... What's Bobby Z's deck that he always freaking plays? Like, I would put in Skull Clamp. That's like my first auto include. Look at all the space we're clearing. I do like this one. I like this one. It's cute. Like, we automatically put Skull Clamp in here, right? Whoops. Oopsie. Oops. Whoopsie. What was that? What's the name of the equipment deck that Bobby always runs? Commissioner of our Commander League. And it's the... When it attacks, if it's equipped, draw a card for each card equipped to it. Something like that. Assemble the Legion, yes. Court of Grace, yes. Felidar Retreat, yes. Intangible Virtue. Yeah, we could do Bet Wylith, yes. Thank you. Zach, Nicholas, D-Hammer, yes. What we're going to suggest to the viewers is that they cut all the equipment and go put them in their Wylith deck, because those equipment are sweet, but we just want to go wide, go up. Oh, we already dropped Skull Clamp in here for sure. Isn't Intangible Virtue just cute? Can't we do better? We'll come back to it. That's one I think we could probably just kind of 1-for-1 improve that. Creature tokens you control have haste. Yes. Whenever one or more creatures attack, you may pay 2. If you do, creatures attacking your opponents and or planeswalkers they control get +2/+0 until end turn. Yeah. Loving that. Okay. Now we have... Oh, wait. Let's check our lands real fast. Just take a glance. 38. Obvi. You know I'm a 37. I'm a 37 kind of man. Let's check the mana here. 32, 60, 50. We can come down to red. Scoop. All right. Chat. I'm seeing all your suggestions. If you've said them up to this point, thank you. Hit me with them right now. Let's go. All right. Let's check. White Sun. Yes, on White Sun's Twilight. Create creature token. Sort. Let's check. Let's sort by price first. See what we got. Well, Mondrak's got to be in this deck, right? We're not really worried about gaining life. This doesn't do it automatically. That's not really where we want to be. Ooh, Myrel. Ooh, create creature token with flying. I love that search. Yas. Now we're soaring. Create a 1/1. It's a little pricey. Luminarch. Boom. Do we run Sun's Champion? I think we do run some Sun's Champion, right? I see Captain the Watch. That's definitely one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Ancient Gold Dragon. Does anyone feel strongly against Ancient Gold Dragon? Oh my god. Divine Visitation. Like, March of Souls is the kind of board wipe I would want to run in this deck, right? Destroy all creatures and you get to replace your 1/1s. Your tokens with tokens. And then if you've got Divine Visitation on the battlefield, March of the Souls is hilarious. Alright, we're running Ancient big-ass dragon. As long as you control 7 or more enchantments, I stopped reading. Oh, this is probably a land we add, right? Yeah. Yeah. Now, vehicles. That's an interesting thought. When it enters the battlefield, exile a player's graveyard. For each artifact or land exiled this way, create a 1/1 flyer. That's already in there. All right, let's sort by... Shoot! Let's sort EDH instead of USD. Not all strong cards are expensive. Sigil, I'm not thinking we're running enough enchantments. I'm kind of like mid on Elspeth, but on the high side of mid, you know what I'm saying? Look at Dragon Master popping back up. Get out of here. Now, Hangerback Walker. Now, hang on a second. Parheal? Starnheim Unleashed? I'm not really seeing anything I love here. Mechatine, that's pretty hilarious. Nothing leaving our graveyard. Alright, let's take some lists. Take some options from the crowd here. Krankos. Saw a lot of people talk about the Krankos. Oh yeah. Oops. Oops. Boops. I want to go back to this. Take off flying and sort EDH rec just real fast. Because we got some good ones like Kranko that is definitely where we should live. Create a shapeshifter? I really like Keeper of the Accord. Holy shit. I mean, that's just a no downside card to run, right? Feldon? Somebody said Feldon, right? Adeline? That's a good one. I'll come back. Oops. Oh, was it on the other screen? I think I actually saw it and just passed it because it was in that black and white treatment I didn't recognize. Yeah, Feldon I think is good. Oh, here we go. Whenever you cast a creature, create a fucking token. Yes. Hang on a second. Yeah, I think we will. Aurelia seems expensive. We got to check our... Or wait, are you talking about four mana Aurelia? Because +2/+0 actually it's not that bad. Damn verdict. We're not really built to put a lot of counters on decks on our creature line. I think Call of the Coppers is already in here. Yeah, it's already in here. Sky Knight? Is that right? Sky Knight? Oh, yeah. Wish it was more repeatable. Let's see where we're at as far as cards. 97, so we got room for 3 right now. I want some anthems. Creatures. You control, what does it get? Probably sort EDH rec. Yeah, here we go. Elish. Duh. Perforos is good. Every time one of our things comes in, it's dropping 2 on each opponent, and we can jack our creature token attackers. Are we making enough? All right, if Keeper's a soldier and it makes soldiers, I'm just doing it. I like it. It's a good card. Soldiers, it's going to automatically search that, right? I mean, this is such a good card. It just feels like it needs to be in here. Captain. It's just not going wide for us, though. Grand Crescendo. Oh my god, yes. Creature tokens year 2022 that were not reprints. Oh, minus is reprint. Here we go. No, no, no. When it enters the battlefield, create X 2/2s with Vigi. Exile them. Create X 2/2s with Vigi. Only if you control no creatures. This is good, right? Somebody mentioned Defenders of Humanity. Is this the one? Seems good. Prosperous Partnership? That seems good. Oh yeah, Devilish Valet is potential. Oh, y'all. Whenever you attack with one or more creatures, create that many 1/1s? Yeah. 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 Is why you always search by the recent years, because they haven't caught up enough in EDH rec to get really recommended highly. And you're like, well, that's a fucking no-brainer right there. Impact trimmers, yeah. It's the same thing as with it's the same thing as like Perforos, right? Halo Fountain. I'm gonna move this to the sideboard. This is a potential. Halo Fountain. Yeah, this is like the only deck to run this in, right? Yeah, fuck yeah, we're running this. Where the card draw cards when the creature ETB. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Angel of Invention is a good one for creature token decks. What is it? What is the wording? I did not search correctly. They get. Oh, did I search have? Creatures you control get. Creatures you control get. Sort. EDH rec. No, this is what I searched. We're gonna run impact trimmers. I'd rather run Perforos. Commander creatures. Immortal Sun. Blah. Dragon creatures. Spear. Somebody said Jazzle, didn't you? I think Jazzle goes in here. Let's like build up a big 1/1 army that you're not doing anything with. Drop Jazzle. Hopefully you have 9 mana available. So you can cast and activate, baby. Ooh, I'm on the edge on this one. Somebody say Zerial? Zerial actually might be good in this deck. You're creating 1/1s that they're incentivized, baby incentivized not to kill. And then you can give all your creatures +1/+0 and haste until end of turn. So if you can create an army out of nowhere, tick up, bing bang boom. Damn, Dictative Heliod is so expensive mana-wise because of Flash. Non-token creatures you control. Glorious Anthem. Somebody said Marshall's Anthem too. Finish Marshall. Okay, let's take a look at where we're at. 102. So we're already at 2 cuts. Let's do 2 cuts and do a little goldfish on this and see where we're at. Like suddenly, you know, we're finding good options where we're going, oh, maybe Siege Gang isn't the route we want to go. But look at this. Goblin, 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 goblin. I mean, can we just make this Nayali goblins and call it good so we can lean into more strategies? Something to think about. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still 6. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1, have Vigi. Oh, we're at 38 lands. Easy cut. Okay. Let's do some playtesting on it. See where we're at. Curve's a little wonky. Probably want to up our 3s, down our 4s just a wee bit. Maybe down a 4, down a 5. All right. So for our quick deck, we didn't get a very quick hand here. But the lands are good, so we're just going to play this real and keep this. We got the B-Act, Mentor, So we just hope we get there. Enters tapped. We drew a card for turn. Nice. That's what I'm talking about right there. Except we need a red. All right. Untap. Draw a card. Fury Calm. Revealing Plains. No play. Say go. Draw a card. Plains that we revealed. Mentor. 1, 2, 3. Mentor hits. Say go. They removed our Mentor. We're just kind of guessing. Arden Veil. I think this is the turn we get Nayali out. Yeah, I think we Nayali here. And we'll say they just are trying to like keep us down, pal. Jake is in the game. He's saying everybody kill Joel. So Nayali gets removed. So we're at 6 on Nayali. Back to our turn. It's rough goings for the Boros deck right now. But we will survive as long as we know how to love. Card for turn. That gives us some options now. That's pretty nice. But I think we're just going Assemble the Legion. Boom. That's a full tap out. Dop, 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 dop. Say go. Go to untaps. We're going to add a token. Nope. Here we go. Add a counter. 1 counter on it. So then we put a 1/1 red and white soldier token. Dun, da, da, da. It's not the exact right one, but we have a token on the battlefield, chat. Draw a card for turn. That's 6. Do we recast Commander here, or do we start getting some Captain the Watch going? I think we're going Captain, right? If we go Captain, we can drop Nayali next turn as a surprise. Yep, I like this. So we go here, we go dot. Nope, don't want to restart. Dump, 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 dump. We get 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Doot. Doot. That's our one from Assemble. There's that one. And then... Doop. All right. We still got Assemble here. All right. I'm thinking we got to a pretty sick board state pretty fast with Assemble the Legion and Captain the Watch. It's a good thing about token decks, right? They can reassemble their board state pretty nasty. Pretty nasty, pretty quick. And this is giving all of our soldiers +1/+1 in Vigi. So these are all 2/2s that are going to be attacking with double strike. Let's untap and see what we draw. This gets a counter at the beginning of our upkeep. So we get 2 more of these. Except they're not going to be... Nope, that's the wrong one. Except they're not going to be hasty. But that's okay. We'll leave them down here. Card for turn, Montagna. We do this. We try to cast Nayali. Put a symbol over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 6. All right, chat. Does Nayali resolve here, do you think? Are we playing against a counter magic? Or are they going to wait till we attack? Let's say it resolves. So we go to attacks. We attack for 2. We're going to attack for 2, 4, 6, 8 with double strike. So 16 total. One or more tokens attacked. So we're going to exile the top card of our library. And during any turn we attack with a token, we can play that Montagne. It's nice to filter a little land off. Oh, and Vigi, you're right. They don't tap at all. Pikink. Yeah. That seems strong. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Card for turn. This goes up. Damn. A Symbol of the Legion gets out of hand quick, yo. Yeah, seriously, that's what I'm talking about. Like, now this goes up. Just to give you a hint of where we're at. Add a counter. We get 3 more of these things. And then we're at 6 and we're going to stack them over here because we don't even care, because now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 and cast Heroic Reinforcements. Create 2 more soldiers. And then we're attacking. Everything gets +1/+1 in haste. All creatures we control. So this attacking for 4. This attacking for 4 with Vigilance. These are now all 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33 with double strike. Well, and that's fine. We, you know, honestly, if a board wipe happens there, that's not an exile, that's in graveyard. If a board wipe happens there, we've got a Symbol of the Legion. By the way, all these have Vigilance. They didn't even have to attack. But 33 with double strike, pretty sick. And we get to exile the top. Oh, and we got an increasing devotion. Oh, if you attack multiple opponents, you get multiple exiles. So there you go. So we definitely do it like that. So now we've got Castle in Breath and increasing devotion and Ancient Gold Dragon in exile ready to be cast. That's really good. Let me do a restart on this one. Let's just try it one more time. Got to do a mull on this hand. 1 land. Not keeping it. Lots of lands here. Not exactly where we want to be. Probably too many lands, but we're going to keep it. We only run 37, so we got to do what we got to do. We're going to go first this time and not draw first. Command Tower, go. Card draw, beautiful. Love seeing that. Roar of Resistance. Creature tokens have haste. Put that right there. Do online can games happen on the Discord, or do I need to be a patron? Games get organized on the Discord all the time. In particular, a lot of our League players are looking to play test League decks a lot. Oh yeah, you still do draw when you go first. I'm a moron. Trying to give myself disadvantages here. Well, turn 3, we're definitely going card for turn. Plains. Legion. Doop, doop, doop. Beginning of combat, create a 1/1. And we're going to say that I was able to swing that. Since it was turn 3, I was able to swing this without it dying. So I still have it. But it must attack. Ooh, we are getting flooded out. But that's okay. Ardenvale. I think we just go... I think just go Nyali, right? Because we're going to get to start ramping cards. We just play it out. Somebody tell me, first person to speak, did anybody have removal for Nyali, or am I moving into my attack? Was it removed or not? Warboss doesn't have haste. This only gives creature tokens I control haste. Okay, it didn't get removed is what we're saying. So, Combat. Create a goblin. Attacks. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Mentor's up. We put a counter on this. That's a 2/2. It's a 1/1. Is that right? That's Mentor, right? Lesser power? Yeah, yeah. All right, so we attacked with 2 tokens at different people, because that's what we're doing. We exile Increased Devotion, and we exile... Ooh, Heroic Reinforcements. Nice. All right. Board wipe here? Honestly, if I was playing against this deck, I would board wipe right here. I'd be like, nah, fuck this. Nope. Not with the haste thing. We have, I mean, we also have Adriana here, which it's, I mean, things are just about to get out of hand. Because we go untaps. Oh no, I said 33 and then double strike D-Hammer. Card for turn. Divine Visitation. Oh my god. Oh my god. We just played that, right? And Legion Warboss starts creating 4/4s. I was going to play Adriana here and start having all my Gabos attack for 4. So check this. If I have Adriana out, giving all my creatures melee, can I stack the Mentor and melee thing so that melee resolves? Is melee an ability that goes on the stack? I guess is what my question is. Or can I stack it so that, or does it not stack? So I can't stack it so that Mentor triggers, gives him a counter, and then melee attaches. It does stack. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, so that's a really good... God, Adriana is so fucking good, man. Way underrated. Way underrated. All right, so we went land for turn. I think the play here is just start to try and overwhelm them and play towards our outs, right? Because if we can resolve Divine Visitation and get back around, we play Heroic Reinforcements. That's... we're getting pretty mean. So we go Divine Viz. Doop. Doop, 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 doop. Attack step comes. We get a Goblin. It has haste. Except it's not a Goblin. It's an Angel. From Divine Visitation. We attack, 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 attack. This trigger happens. Get a counter here. Everything has double strike. I attacked in 3 different directions, so we exile 1, we exile... No. Yeah, 2, we exile 3. And now we have Ancient Gold Dragon, Generous Gift, Krenko, Heroic Reinforcements, and Increasing Devotion. Angel is Vigi, you're right. All of these are double strike, so 8, 4, 4. That's just a 2/2. Probably wouldn't end up swinging with that one, most likely, actually, so that would go down by a little bit. But that's fine. We were just trying to exile because now they have to answer Divine Visitation. I mean, this deck got 2 pretty baller starts in a row. I know that everybody hates Boros, so to speak, but this has put quite a bit of heat on the battlefield ready to go. And there's Grand Crescendo. So now even our board state is protected. But all we really have to do, leave white wide open to give creatures we control indestructible until end of turn, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We cast Heroic Reinforcements. That creates 2 angels. Gives all of our creatures +1/+1 and haste until end of turn. That's like brutality. Now we're gold fishing. Don't get me wrong. I know we're playing under conditions that we'd set the terms, but this is actually performing pretty resiliently. I think, honestly, the value that Niali provides with the exile, attacking different players and getting 3 cards exiled that you can play, That's excellent, especially in a Boros deck where you want to be hitting your land drops every single turn. Maximize what you're doing. So let's take a look at what we upgraded here. We added Adeline to the deck. Whenever you attack for each opponent, you create a 1/1 token that's tapped and attacking. We've seen cards like Divine Visitation take advantage of that. We added Ancient Gold Dragon, just big, dumb, silly top end, where if it connects, if he, you know, it's a bunch of ifs, right? If it resolves, if it attacks, if it deals combat damage, then you suddenly have the most ridiculous board. Captain of the Watch puts a lot of tokens on the battlefield. They're all getting double strike. We can attack in different directions with those and get our exile impulse draw triggers and start rocking and rolling. Maria Angel, same thing, creating a token. These were all in the deck. We actually added Felden, added Harmonious Archon to this, make all of our 1/1s 3/3s. Keeper of the Accord. It's a personal, kind of a pet card of mine. It always seems to trigger. I'm actually lower on this card now, having played the deck twice in a goldfish situation, because there's not going to be a lot of times where we want to have fewer. So I'm actually going to remove that here in real time, and we'll look at some of the stuff that we considered and put one back in. Krinko, yes. Krinko, yes. Legion Warboss, yes. Anything that's creating tokens passively. Mentor of the Meek, I'm kind of low on now, because we get so much value out of our commander providing us cards, but having a second value train is not a bad idea. This is just Anointed Possession on a creature that can become indestructible. I like the Lieutenant Commander in here. Perforos, every time our tokens are coming in, it's dealing 2, and we get to anthem up our tokens, which are already getting double strike from our commander. Siege Gang's probably on the chopping block for me, as is Solemn Simulacrum, Silverwing Squadron. I'm a big fan of that one at the top end. Creating 4 of these total for 4 mana and 3 tapped creatures, really good. B-Act, we swapped in this for the red one that deals damage to all the creatures equal to the number of creatures. Added Collective Effort and Amaria's Call. Finale of Glory. Left in Hate Mirage. I love these cards here. Absolutely added in White Sun's Twilight. It's a board wipe that can reestablish our legal tokens on the board. That's what we want to be doing. Also added White Sun's Zenith for obvious reasons. Instant speed creating tokens, ZOT. And Grand Crescendo is either white, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn at instant speed, or you can pump any mana you got left over in there and dump a bunch of tokens on the battlefield for our commander to start triggering that impulse draw. Added Halo Fountain here. Just this is the deck you run this in. This is the deck you run this in. That's why this card exists. This is the deck you run this in. Also left in Staff of the Storyteller. We took all the equipment out, I think, except for Skull Clamp, but that's a card draw. Let's be honest. That's not an equipment, really. Passive token creation we leaned heavy into. So Assemble the Legion, always fun. Court of Grace, good. Divine Visitation, Brutality. Belladar, great. Intangibles, kind of on the chopping block for me, but it could potentially live in here. Really, I think I like this one just because it is 2 mana, and that Vigilance is pretty huge. Luminarch, fantastic. Rabble Rousing, whenever you attack with one or more creatures, you're creating that many 1/1s. This deck is insane with that kind of stuff. And then giving all of our creature tokens haste. Run 37 lands, 38 including the modal DFCs. We got these in our sideboard. Perforos is in the deck, isn't it? We can actually remove that from the sideboard. We got 1 spot left. Chat's saying maybe Grenzo rather. I'm assuming you're talking about Havoc Razor, yeah? Yeah, so whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, choose one, go to creature that player controls, or you exile the top of the library more. This is a more expensive option. I'm going to put this into considering just because this is a more expensive option. They're actually sideboard is where I want to put that. Because I'm putting all of the, and considering the cards we cut. So this needs to be removed. I added that one into the cuts, didn't I? Down here in considering is where I cut all these cards to, so that you can see very clearly what I took out. A lot of this equipment stuff, just not what we were trying to go for in this. We're trying to go as many tokens as possible, take advantage of that double strike, take advantage of that impulse draw. That's really where we want to live with those. But overall, this deck performed in 2 or 3 goldfishes better than I thought it would. You will really want to get 3 tokens onto the battlefield as quickly as possible, so you can send them, even if they're going to die, you can send them in 3 different directions to impulse 3 cards with Nayali, so that you're in a position to have basically an extra hand in exile. But I do think overall fun deck. Still got to find an extra card for this one. Hang on. All right, for the 100th card. Do we put one of these back in? What can create tokens, chat? Bombardment? Oh, I didn't hate that idea. Goblin, right? Yeah. Sack a creature, deal a damage. Benny? Oh, wait. Is this that? Yeah, dude. Oh my god. That's the one. We'll put Goblin Bombardment into sideboard. So in the sideboard, I've got some other cards that we're considering here. Let me zoom this in a little bit. In the sideboard section of this deck, I've got some cards that we're considering. If you need board wipe protection, if you want a little bit more impulse, maybe some goad. If you're really confident that they're not going to be playing a lot of board wipes and you just got excess mana, Jazzle could be a real player. Impact Tremors could be a good backup on Perforos if you really want to lean into like maybe Goblin token, something that's going to create a lot of tokens, huge mass of tokens. Impact Tremors can add to Perforos and double up on those. I'd like to test Zerial in here, but I'm not super confident in it. As our 100th card, we added in a specialization card here. Benny Brax convokes out, and at the beginning of each end step, if you create a token, draw a card. So just a little bit more juice, a little bit more card draw juice to the Nayali Suns Vanguard deck. Storm Herald. Enters the battlefield, returning a number of auras from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to him. I don't think this is what we want to do here. I didn't think about any myriad. When it attacks, it gets +X/+O, where X is the number of lands defending player controls. Yeah, I like Battle Angels of Tyr. That's a good one. Oh my god, if you just want to go over the top. Yeah, I looked at Storm Herald, David. It had to do with auras. That's not really the strategy we want to go with this. Hammers of Moradin! Hammers of Moradin! Back when we got preview cards. Pour one out, chat. Too critical of that anniversary product. Yeah, there's nothing I'm like super drawn to here. Like if Elturel had haste, maybe. But I guess trample +X/+O lands. I mean, what is this? A 5/4 probably, and it attacks with 2 token versions of itself. Yeah, this is actually Revenge Hoplite. Okay, Jason, I got you. I got you. Take a breath. Revenge Hoplite. Are you sure it's called Revenge Hoplite? Revenge Hoplite. I typed it exactly. No card found. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I like Blade of Selves too, but I'm more worried about like throwing it on a creature token. So I'd rather it be a good creature. Like I would put this in the sideboard for sure. I think that Elturel Survivors is one that I would test in this deck because this is already pretty good. 4 mana Trampler where X is probably going to minimum hit 5 when it's starting to attack. And it's only upside from there. And so with Double Strike, those 2 myriad tokens that are attacking, if it's 5, become 10 10s, 10 4s with Double Strike and Trample. Reverent, not Revenge. Rev Hop. Let's just search Rev Hop and see what happens. Got him. Enters the battlefield. Create a number of 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens equal to devotion to white. Yeah. That's definitely the kind of thing you want to do. I want some Blink to combine with this. Because it's funny, I'd rather a card that's like, I create 1 per turn over a card like this that's like, I could create an awesome number or just 1. Reverent Hoplite. I'm here for revenge. I think that... Oh yeah, David Golding. Yeah, David, I know. That wasn't the right one. D-Hammer Devilish Valet is really good. I just don't know how many. It's like I said, I put more emphasis on create 1 token a turn, you know, add them up. I mean, I guess if Assemble the Legion plus Valet is pretty sick. White Court's in here. We got Court of Glory, is that what it's called? Visions of Glory. Let's try this one. Create a 1/1 white human creature token for each creature you control. Flashback 10, costs X less, where X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone. And that's 4. So that costs 6. All right, David. I mean, sorry, Jason. You got one. This is 100% in there. That's good in this. Hang on. It might be a little too win more. But 5 mana, 4 tokens. Yeah, I've seen a couple people play Stormheart. It's just... It's fine. It's fine. I wish that it was like, no, it's all good, man. People drinking and watching us play is probably what we signed up for. It's just like 10 mana is just like, bleh. I do like Visions of Glory though. It feels win more, but also this combines with like, if you have 4 or 5 tokens on the battlefield, you get 1 setup turn to play Visions of Glory, and then you come through with that Boros Haste Sorcery that we played twice. It's a potential thing there. That's a potential thing there. That's perfect. We can cut Solemn Simulacrum. Boom. So late, we found the sorcery Visions of Glory. I think that this might err a little bit too on the win more side, but if we can play it for 5, create 4 creature tokens minimum, hopefully. The flashback is going to be 6 because our commander's 4. So it's 6 to flash it back. It like really helps us rebuild a powerful board. Not just like drop 4 on the battlefield, but we got to have something else to create first. So this will be one to test. Might end up getting cut. You know, I just put more emphasis on cards like Hordling Outburst, which is here's 3 1/1s for 3 straight up. That's what I want to. That's cards like that. Outlaws is good. Yeah. I like that they all get haste too. Yeah, that seems worth it, right? So that's what we cut Siege Gang for? I kind of am liking Siege Gang after that first game. Does Silverwing Squadron come out? Ex-Angel Fortell. I don't know that one. Okay. We'll leave in Silverwing. Somebody else said Starnheim. Let me look this one up. Strandheim. Witchheim Strandheim. You talking Unleashed? Oh, this is the X-Spell. Got it. Create a 4/4 with flying and Vigi. If it was foretold, create X of those. Okay, so then let's do some math. To create 2 of them, we would have to pay 5, right? To create 3 of them, we have to pay 7, but they're 4/4s. Yeah, populate's not fast enough. I'm medium on this, but it is definitely going to the sideboard. Alias, if you've got a suggestion, I need to know what you're talking about. I'm not sure I'm familiar. Brea's is good, I'm pretty sure, right? ETBs create 1 second artifact. Nah. There are so many cards nowadays that have a Run a Martial Coup. Ooh, that's an interesting one. What the hell? I've never seen this card. Sacrifice all creatures you control, then create that many 4/4s. Whoa. What? Gain indestructible. Yeah, OG Elish Norn is kind of like a yes. Which card are you talking about, Zach? Oh, yeah, you're talking about Rootborn? It's my... Yeah. Oh, Hellion Eruption? Yeah, dude, I can't believe I've missed that one. I've never seen that card. All right, a few more suggestions here. I do want to check out Inspiring Leader. You know what I'm going to say about this? I get it. I like it. But this is 3 mana nothing if we don't have our commander on the battlefield. I hate opening myself up to that. That's just how I feel. Angel, you got it. Unruly Mob. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I'm low on this one. We want to go wide. We don't care about one thing that's like taking advantage of all of the stuff that we've got. We want to focus completely on going this way and then taking them all this way at the same time. Yeah, Nerith, we actually put Outlaws Merriman on our maybe board. Or did we just put it in the deck and now we need to cut? Oh, we just put it in the deck and now we need to cut. Cut a land. I'm not cutting a land. Stop telling me to cut a land. Oh no! Does Hate Mirage get cut? Defenders of Hate Mirage, please speak now or forever hold your peace. You don't create enough tokens for me. Is Battle Screech what's getting cut? Alright, I'll cut 2 lands. No, Battle Screech seems good. I just think Battle Screech seems good. That's all I think. Yeah, but they maybe don't have anything. I'm moving Hate Mirage to considering. Dun, 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 dun. That's the final upgrade right there, y'all. Or final version 1. What the plan is, or what I'm hoping will happen, is Wizards lately has been releasing these on MTGO. So as soon as these are out on MTGO, I'd love to have another stream where we take these upgraded list versions of them and we get some games going. Maybe get some patrons in to play against me. We'll do some playtest games. That would be really fun. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. This was a different kind of stream. Wanted to test this out. Little deck building stream. See if anybody had any interest in it. I had fun. Seems like y'all had fun. So I think this is something that we will continue to do. Kind of add into the rotation. Love y'all, mean it. New video tomorrow morning. Got, what is it, Wednesday now? New video tomorrow morning. Another video on Sunday. That's it. That's all. Big news coming to our patrons really soon. If you did enjoy it, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button is the freest, quickest way to help us out. If you want to give us a little bit of monetary support, hitting join as a member of the YouTube channel is awesome. If you want to give us just a little bit more but get some sweet rewards, check out our Patreon. Makes you eligible for our Foil Quest series, makes you eligible for our Commander League, where you can compete in a proxy-friendly league over Spell Table from the comfort of your home and win some prizes. That's sponsored by Dragon Shield. We get some custom sleeves there that are prizes for that league as well. Make sure you hit me up if you won a giveaway. Speaking to you, Nicholas Reed, if you're still here. Other than that, I'll see y'all in the Discord. Make sure that you're in our Discord. I just dropped the link there in chat. I'm gonna go to bed. Full Gore, Ryan, Matt, Zach, Matt. Good to see everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And if there's one super important thing that I can say to you that I want everybody to remember for the rest of their life,